Roethlisberger, quarterback, I'm taking him all day over Eli.
I want to play something fun with you in honor of Willie Mays. Can you and I come up with our greatest starting 9 all time?
Sure.
Let's try to find some consensus.
Oh, you want us to combine our starting 9?
Yes. Well, I want to make some arguments. So let's just go like this. Greatest leadoff hitter of all time has to be Ricky Henderson, but it's a crowded outfield. But I feel like I have to put Ricky Henderson in there strictly to bat leadoff. Am I wrong? He's the greatest leadoff hitter ever. I don't even think it's close.
Roberto Alomar?
I had him in the 2-hole at times, too, for Toronto. I mean, Cleveland. I'm
just thinking about the team. So you're putting Ricky in left?
This
over Barry Bonds?
Well, this is why we're having this conversation. I'm looking at this outfield, right, and I'm saying to myself, Mays, Bonds, Gwynn, Ted Williams. Who am I missing? Ricky Henderson, who we referenced.
Joe DiMaggio?
Joey D?
Ichiro?
Ken Griffey Jr.?
Ken Griffey Jr.?
I mean, but if I'm going to go center field, I'm going Mays.
Manny Ramirez?
I would.
One of the greatest right-handed bats ever?
To me, though, defensively horrific, so I'd put it in the DH slot.
Okay.
I know.
Wow. Anybody for the Big Red Machine?
Well, in the outfield, Pete Rose played outfield and got a Gold Glove in 1969 or 68, I believe. He also played like 7 or 8 other positions.
All those positions.
Yeah, so, but what do you think?
Roberto Clemente?
I know.
Willie Stargell?
I know.
What Frank Robinson? Oh, boy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about Ricky in this one.
Really? You're not going to have the greatest base stealer of all time and the greatest leadoff hitter of all time?
I could bat leadoff. I could have Willie bat leadoff and steal 40 bags on that team. I could have Barry Bonds bat leadoff and go 40-40.
So in
I'm not trying to. I am just saying this is why I don't play these games, because it's like Ted Williams is great, Tony Gwynn is great, Ricky Henderson is great. Who are you starting above Mays? Who are you starting above Bonds?
Mays is my center fielder. I'm going Willie Mays in center field. Mays. And by the way, we didn't reference Hank Aaron as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Who I had written down here. Okay. So I got Mays in center field. Okay.
Frank Robinson.
I've got Mays in center field. Who are you putting in left field? You referenced Manny Ramirez. Joe DiMaggio played left field. There's been plenty of Shoeless Joe Jackson, even though obviously banned from the game. There's been plenty others. I'm going Bonds, and I'm biased. It could be Ricky, but I'm going Bonds.
Where are you putting Frank at? Because Frank Robinson won an MVP in both leagues,
American and National League.
I mean,
and he might not be in my outfield.
Damn.
Because I'm going to probably go Ted Williams over Tony Gwynn.
Yeah, I would.
I'm probably going to go Ted Williams.
I've got to find somewhere for Frank Robinson. How can I not put Frank Robinson in this outfield? You know what I'm saying?
The science of hitting, the art of hitting.
Frank Robinson. Here, I'll look up his numbers real quick. I actually got him up right here.
The Splendid Splinter was a Triple Crown Award winner and an American icon hero who fought in World War II.
2-time World Series champion, Frank Robinson. 2-time World Series champion.
Yeah.
The only player to win an MVP in both leagues. 586 home runs.
All-timer.
A 294 all-time batting average.
Incredible.
2,943 hits. 14-time All-Star.
Now
he has a Triple Crown in 1966. He has a World Series MVP. Ted Williams doesn't.
No.
He has a Gold Glove in 1958. Led the American League in RBIs in 1966.
Now go to Ted Williams.
Rookie of the Year. Jerseys retired by 3 different teams.
That's incredible. That's LeBron-esque.
I mean, he's in the Nationals Ring of Honor. He's in the Guardians Hall of Fame. He's in the Orioles Hall of Fame. He's in the Cincinnati Reds Hall of Fame. I mean,
so you're gonna make the case for him. I'm just being real. I'm taking Ted Williams because of who my dad was. That was his guy. But if you want to go Frank, I will.
Well, I'm gonna go Frank too because I'm a little biased.
That's fine.
He played high school baseball at McClymonds.
All right, so we'll take Frank Robinson. All right,
no, you can take on. How about we just do our own?
We're trying to do a consensus here.
All right.
This is fun.
I love Ted Robinson. Ted Robinson. Ted Williams.
I love Ted Robinson
too. Lifetime batting average 344, which is damn good. 521 home runs, 2,654 hits, 19-time All-Star, two-time L,
19-time All-Star.
Frank had 14, two-time Triple Crown winner. I mean, two-time MVP. Played his entire career, of course, with the Red Sox. Didn't get that win. Didn't get that World Series. I'm not going to hold it against him. Ted Williams is great. I don't think, look, we're going to get to this, and there's no wrong answer.
Let's go Frank. I like the local angle.
We go Frank.
All right, we're going to go Frank. All right, so let's go around the diamond. I got Chipper Jones at third base, and you can't go wrong at third base. Michael Jack Schmidt.
George Brett.
Brooks Robinson. George Brett.
I got no problem going Chipper.
I'm biased. I watched him play. Yeah, and he's a switch hitter. Well, I think he balances my lineup out.
Well, I'm biased too because in fantasy baseball, I always ended up with Chipper.
I love Chipper.
And he would get hurt every year for me.
I love Chipper.
He would get red hot for 3 weeks and he'd get hurt.
So you like Chipper?
Yeah, we can go Chipper.
All right, Chipper at third. All right. Let's go around the diamond. Chipper Jones.
So our outfield set, Willie Mays,
Barry Bonds, Frank Robinson.
Damn, that's a damn good outfield.
It's an incredible outfield.
And oh, gosh.
It's an incredible outfield.
Wow.
And I know there are going to be people going Michael Jack Schmidt and Brooks Robinson at third, and they're not wrong.
They're not wrong.
So, all right, let's go shortstop. I already know who I'm taking, and it's going to be controversial. I'm taking Alex Rodriguez. He's the greatest shortstop of all time.
Controversial.
Offensive, defensive. He should have been. I know you got Jeter. I know you love Jeter.
I'm not going to go Jeter.
A-Rod, 700 home runs, and he was banned for a year and a half.
Pete Rose agrees, by the way. Greatest shortstop ever, not even close.
I think he's the best. I think he's one of the greatest players the game has ever seen. And I know he's a goof and he's a weirdo. He's one of, young A-Rod with the Rangers was unstoppable.
He was.
Like 3 straight 55 home run seasons.
Look, Barry Larkin is on the short list.
A great answer.
He gets forgotten about. How about Robin Yount?
Robin Yount's a great one.
How about Robin Yount? I love Robin. Ozzie Smith, I don't think had that offensive power, but probably the greatest outside of Omar Vizquel at shortstop when it comes to the glove.
No argument.
Look, somebody's going to say Honus Wagner, but who the hell saw
Phil
Honus Wagner play?
Pee Wee Reese.
Who saw Honus Wagner play?
I didn't.
So I could go A-Rod.
You're going to go A-Rod? All right.
I'll go A-Rod. We also forget about Ernie Banks. Let's play 2.
No doubt. But, I mean, A-Rod, 700 home runs, man. And Pete Rose agrees with me. That's incredible. That makes me feel so good.
I remember we interviewed him. It was Steiny Guru Dibbs, and he asked, who's the greatest shortstop ever? And there was a long pause, and then they didn't know. And I think Dibbs said, Cal Ripken. And he said, Cal Ripken? Laughed at it. He's like, it's Alex Rodriguez.
I know people hate him. I'm telling you, dude, he's one of the greatest ever. Second base. We going Joe Morgan?
Ooh. I see.
Are we going Robbie Alomar?
I love Joe. Rest in peace. Joe Morgan,
look at it. I mean I think he was a 2-time MVP.
But you know what? I'm biased.
Who are you going?
I go Alomar, man.
I love Robbie Alomar.
Robbie Alomar.
Okay.
My introduction to baseball, Robbie Alomar was all over it with those great Toronto Blue Jay teams.
Ryan
Sandberg. I'm taking Alomar. Alomar was a 5-tool player.
No question.
Power, speed, fielding, throwing. Now, nobody talks about it because of the act he had where he spit in the umpire's face. That was not a good look for him. And you haven't seen much of Roberto Alomar recently. I don't know if he's got some issues going on or what. But you look at his numbers. 12-time All-Star, 2-time World Series champion, ALCS MVP, 10 Gold Gloves, Shasky, 10 Gold Gloves.
That's incredible.
He's in the Baltimore Orioles Hall of Fame. I don't know why he's not in the Blue Jays Hall of Fame, but he damn near had 3,000 hits, 2,724, career batting average at 300, the solo bases 474. He's, of course, in the Baseball Hall of Fame.
474.
I mean, now I'll pull up Joe Morgan here.
Joe Morgan, 700 steals, 1,200 RBIs, 271 batting average, 268 home runs.
2-time MVP.
I mean, I'm telling you, dude, Joe Morgan, big red machine.
I got no problem. You can go wherever you want to go.
I think we have to have Joe Morgan. I really do. How many All-Stars? He had 10-time All-Star for Alomar. How many for
Joe had 10 as well.
Oh my gosh.
Steiny would be mad if I didn't mention Rod Carew, his favorite player.
Thank you.
You know what? Put up Rod Carew.
Yeah.
Because the kids don't know about
Good call on Rod Carew.
Rod Carew, 18-time All-Star. AL MVP in 1977. AL Rookie of the Year, 7-time AL batting champion.
Wow.
29 retired by the Angels and the Twins. Obviously, didn't win a World Series with the Angels or the Twins, but he had 3,053 hits, career batting average of 328.
How many stolen bases?
Doesn't say here. I'm not looking at his baseball reference page, so I'll look up the baseball reference in a second. But, I mean, Rod Caruso's up there. I mean, I'll go Joe Morgan.
Okay. We're going to go Joe Morgan.
I got a soft spot for Alomar, but I'll go Joe Morgan.
All right. I don't think
second base got to be Jackie Robinson. Wow, there's so many second
But Jackie also played first. He played a little everywhere.
Rod Caruso, 353 stolen bases.
I'm going Joe Morgan. Are we good with that?
Go Joe Morgan.
All right, first base is where I think we get into some trouble here. First base. Lou Gehrig. Willie Mack.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know where
Albert Pujols.
I mean, you could make an argument for Frank Thomas.
Eddie Murray, switch-hitting 500 home run guy.
Jimmy Fox. Even though we've never seen Jimmy Fox play.
Well, no, we did. He was the character that was based off A League of Their Own. That was Jimmy Fox, if anyone wants to know.
Harmon Killebrew?
What?
Harmon Killebrew.
Harmon Killebrew is a great name.
It's a name that when you grow up and you're looking at baseball cards and you're looking at numbers, the same way we look at Willie Mays, are like, Harmon Killebrew, who the hell is that? And then you look at the numbers, you're like, oh snap. You go him, you go Hank Greenberg, which I saw Hank Greenberg is all-timer. Miguel Cabrera's an all-timer.
Yeah, Stan the Man Musial played first base. I don't know how much compared to the outfield, because I know he played in the outfield as well. I mean, where are we going at first base?
I mean, you roll the dice. I mean, YouTube, help us out here.
I mean, where are you going?
I'm seeing
look
650.
Look at Lou Gehrig's numbers.
Well, I mean, Lou Gehrig is an all-timer. And I feel like you got to have a Yankee on this list.
I know.
You got to have a Yankee, right? If you've got to have a Yankee, you go Lou Gehrig. Stan Musial's numbers are just insane, though. I mean, Stan Musial, I don't know
That's what I'm saying.
I mean,
Joe, we need you to break the tie here. You have a suggestion?
Sam and I were just talking now, maybe because it's our generation, but Albert Pujols with the St. Louis Cardinals is probably the greatest first baseman I've ever seen.
Does defense matter at all? Not that he was horrible.
Not that he was horrible with it. It does a little bit, but I'm still going Pujols.
Okay, you're going
all things
Pujols.
considered, I'm going Pujols.
You know what? I can't go Pujols on my
Pujols
team.
got a couple Gold Gloves.
He does.
I can't. I'm not taking Pujols.
Yeah,
I'm going Stretch over Pujols, and I'm going to go Lou Gehrig over Pujols.
I'd go Willie Mack over Pujols if I had to.
Yeah, Stretch, yes.
You know, so yeah. So
where are we going?
Yeah, I can't go Pujols. I can't go Pujols.
Who are you picking? You pick this one.
Oh gosh, first base. I'll go with the Iron Horse. I'll go Lou Gehrig.
I love that pick.
I'll go with the Iron Horse. Lou Gehrig.
Okay. Now here's where it gets. To me, we can have a great conversation. I think the greatest catcher of all time is Johnny Bench. Yogi Berra's in the mix. I think Gary Carter's unbelievably underrated. Mike Piazza offensively is there. Pudge Rodriguez.
I'm going Yogi.
You're going Yogi.
I'm going Yogi. I love Johnny Bench.
I want Johnny Bench so bad.
I mean, you could go Bench, by the way. You speak of Johnny Bench. I wanted that Johnny Bench Reds jersey at Mitchell, and that's so bad. I picked it up and put it down 10 different times.
The sickest gold jersey ever.
I might go buy it right now. It's just I don't. It was so hard. It was so gangster, and I was like, oh.
I mean, Johnny Bench revolutionized the position defensively. And offensively was one of the most feared sluggers of all time. But Ivan Rodriguez, to me, is the gold standard defensively at the position.
Pull up Yogi Berra's numbers.
Yeah, I mean,
pull up Yogi Berra. So
what
Johnny Bench,
9 rings.
Johnny Bench, the great Johnny Bench. He had a stretch.
Give me the Johnny Bench.
1970 Johnny Bench.
Give it to me.
He had 45 home runs on 148 RBI, 293 batting average. 1972, 40 home runs, 125 RBI, 270 batting average. Overall, 389 home runs.
Wow.
1,376 RBIs, a lifetime 267 hitter, but a 2-time MVP, Hall of Famer, 2-time World Series champ, 14-time All-Star, 10-time Gold Glove, World Series MVP.
Come on.
Now, pull up Yogi Berra.
Got him.
Go ahead,
2,100 hits.
Oh my!
285 career average, 358 home runs, 1,400 RBIs. He was also a manager, guys. Don't forget that. But if you're just talking about that, and then the longevity factor with him, I mean, he played for 19 years. Catcher, 19 years. What that does to your knees?
How many hits did you say?
18-time All-Star, 10-time World Series champion.
Wow.
I think we got to go Yogi over Johnny Bench.
I think but Bonta, you said you got to have at least one Yankee on this list.
Yeah. Well,
if you're going to have at least one Yankee on this list, I feel like you got to go with Yogi Berra behind the plate.
I kind of
3-time MVP, 18-time All-Star, 10 World Series, and we watched the Yogi Berra.
Every single part of his digits on his hands has a ring.
I know.
He covered a whole hand in 5 years. Okay. 5 straight titles.
I mean, there was a picture. Yogi Berra always jokes that there was a picture with like Mays and a couple other guys, and he was like, I have more World Series than all 3 of those guys combined. I mean, this postseason accolades. Oh, gosh. So many World Series.
5'7", by the way. Not a big guy.
Yeah, I got to go Yogi. So you got Garrett at first, Yogi at catcher. We're going.
So here's the lineup. We're going all the way around the line. Yogi at catcher. First base is Lou Gehrig. Joe Morgan at second. Third base is Chipper Jones. Alex Rodriguez at shortstop. And then around the outfield, Bonds in left, Mays in center, Frank Robinson in right. Now we get to our starting
we got a
pitchers.
DH in the starting pitcher. Do we go DH?
DH.
We're going Babe Ruth.
But it has to be you got to go Babe Ruth.
I mean, you could go Big Poppy.
I'm going Babe Ruth over Poppy.
You could go
Edgar Martinez.
You could go
Jim Thome.
Who else did we miss? Hank Aaron.
What
if they had Hank Aaron on his team?
Wow. Wow, Hank Aaron.
I mean, where do you go for DH? I'll let you pick DH. My pitcher for one game.
Yeah, give it to me.
I'm a little biased here.
Is it the Rocket?
To me, it's Bob Gibson.
I love Bob Gibson. You got to have a Cardinal in here.
Well, Bob Gibson.
I love Bob Gibson. I'm with you there.
Lifetime, his ERA, Bob Gibson had a 2.91 ERA.
We have to have Ruth on this list.
The 1968 year of the pitcher. 1968. Bob Gibson had a 1.12 ERA. He started 34 games that season. A 1.12 ERA. He threw that season with the 1.12 ERA. Spadonia Lubman. He threw 304 innings. 304 innings and had a 1.12 ERA.
So the closer's got to be Mariano Rivera, right?
Yeah, we got to go Mo.
Okay, Rivera. Now, who's the manager? Because I already know in my mind who I want.
Right.
Connie Mack.
You want Bochy?
No.
Joe Torre?
No.
John McGraw?
Tony La Russa?
No.
Definitely not Tony La Russa. Tommy Lasorda?
It's Billy Martin.
You want that psycho?
Come on.
I think I wanted Bochy personally. I think
I'm teasing with Billy Martin, by the way.
No.
I'm teasing.
Manager's tough.
I know. Sparky Anderson wants to throw his name into the mix. Joe Torre. Whitey Herzog, yes. Lasorda, as much as I hate him, Lasorda's in there somewhere. Bobby Cox.
Earl Weaver.
Wow, that's a good one.
Just so we can get the arguments.
Absolutely.
You want Lou Piniella just so you can throw a base at somebody?
Give me a base coach.
I don't want Lou Piniella.
You don't want Lou Piniella. He's got one ring with the Reds, the Nasty Boys.
Who is our manager? Sam, who would your manager be?
Ooh, I think I kind of want to go with Earl Weaver there. Just
all time?
All time? All time, though. I mean, it's kind of hard to go against like a Connie Mack or a John McGraw, but I'm going to stick with Earl Weaver right now.
Oh,
Earl Weaver.
Joe Torre.
We know our pitching staff will be depleted after about 6 months.
Some bullpen games.
Torre's got the rings. He's got the hardware.
We got a lot of Yanks on here, though.
Yeah, I don't know. The manager's just tough. Maybe let YouTube and Xfinity Mobile text line Lou Piniella.